What's good, y'all? KeaToSuccess here, back with another video. Yeah, back with another video again. Before we get into it, you already know what to do. Like the video for me. I appreciate it. Share. This one should be pretty helpful for any new guys out here that don't know. Old heads out here. Shit. If y'all like the video, like it. Comment if I miss anything. And let's just get into it. So, I'm going to go over, since I'm an owner-operator, I'm going to go over the 3 types of owner-operators out here. So first, we got the lease purchase owner operators, the lease purchase operators. We call those the glorified company guys. It is what it is. That's what I think it is. I see a lot of stuff about it, and pretty much just seems glorified at this point. I say that because you're having to take a high risk with having a high payment on the truck and the maintenance that's included with the truck as well. So sometimes the trucks are new when you get them, sometimes they're used. So if you're getting used, you don't always know what you're going to get. It could be hit or miss, 50-50 at that point. So you could get a lemon, and now you're paying for that. So that's the bad thing. Also, the other bad thing is that since your lease purchased to that company, you're stuck with that company. Excuse me. So you have to haul whatever they have for you. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Maybe some might be flexible, but as far as I know, these places don't let you do that. Like if you're a lease purchase guy for Super Ego, you're pulling all Super Ego stuff. You gotta pay for a trailer rental. You're getting 75% typically, or maybe 85 at the best, as I've seen. So that's kind of the bad things, because you're doing everything while simultaneously stuck under their rules and operations, and that pretty much they are always typically geared to that company, because they're doing that to make money. Either way, whether it's an actual company guy or you doing this, they're trying to make the money either way, and you pretty much got to run all the time to be profitable. What I hear is guys got to be out, a month at a time just to, see a profit, which I don't see a problem of. But I mean, if you're only profiting, $2,000 a week, I see company guys that are doing the same thing and not taking on as much risk, not working as hard, and so you might as well just be a straight out, flat out company guy. But I would say the positives is since it's lease purchase, you probably want to create an LLC. You're going to be 1099, and you can take advantage of all the tax advantages that you're going to get. So you can still somehow hedge down all that liability, or all the expenses that you're going to get. You won't have to pay as much in taxes. So it's kind of can all turn out, but it also depends what company you're going to go with. For the most part, is what I've heard, the only good company, or the company I haven't really heard anything bad about, is Prime. I've looked into them myself, because you can take your truck onto them, which I'm going to get into that, but you can actually have your own truck and go with them. But it doesn't matter what you do with that. Either way, you're going to get paid 72% of whatever the rate is. So that's kind of the bad thing. It sucks. It doesn't matter if you have your own truck and trailer. You're still getting 72%, which is stupid, and it kind of doesn't make sense. But there's a lot of guys out here on YouTube that seem to be making money out here, so yeah, it has to be a good thing. So if any of you guys are out there, Prime or the Prime lease operators, comment in the video. Let me know, what the deal is. Let everybody know. If you got a video, put a link in the comment, and let people find out, see what they're gonna get into if they're looking at Prime, or if anywhere else. As a matter of fact, like I said, only thing I've seen, Super Ego's ass. I've heard that. Pretty much heard that's a scam. There's a company out in Vegas called MC Carriers. I'm not gonna say the name that my uncles call them, but pretty much call them MC suckers. Basically, you want to say sea suckers. I ain't gonna say it because it's YouTube, and yeah, I don't want to get hit with that. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they pretty much a scam. They're a walkaway lease, and they take your money for real, just like Super Ego. So yeah, let me know what other companies are that are lease purchase out there that are actually good for guys. That's, you know, something to actually look into, help you out. All right, so now we got the leased on owner operators or signed on owner operators, which is what I am. So these are the guys that either have their own truck, it doesn't do not necessarily need to have their own trailer, but they can. It obviously either can cut down on the expense typically. If you're renting from somebody, they're gonna definitely charge you an arm and a leg. So it might be best to go finance one. Being a leased operator, leased on operators, kind of similar to the lease purchase guys, but you get more advantages. Normally, these companies are not as stringent and strict, but you still have to follow their guidelines, their safety protocols, and whatever communications they got. But they take care of everything. The IFTA, just like the lease purchase, they take care of the IFTA, 2290. Like I said, sometimes the trailer they provide, maybe they don't. Maybe it's a rental. Maybe you have your own. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. But they take care of the insurance and the compliance. So you just have to drive, pretty much. That's all I had to do. There's some little stuff like I think actually I had to do my 2290 myself, but that's easy. But there's something else I think they do. I think heavy duty vehicle tax. They just take that out my check too. So I pretty much don't have to do anything as far as paperwork goes. Only thing I gotta do is write down my mileage and turn in my BOLs and receipts for lumpers and fuel receipts because they take care of IFTA. So I don't have to I do not have to do anything, and that's probably where a lot of companies are like anyways. So, but these companies, they take care of the dispatching, they handle all the rates, especially if it's a company that has their own freight contract set up like mine does. So I don't have to worry about negotiating rates, whether it's good or bad. And my dispatcher takes care of everything. I don't have to plan out my trip or anything like that because I do LTL as well. So something different. Or there are places that let you self-dispatch. Do what you want. You look at the rates. You say yay or nay to them if you want. Um, Actually, so, yeah, you say yay or nay to them yourself, or you got other places that actually has dispatch, and they'll call you like, hey, I got this load, paying this. Do you want to take it? You can say yes or no to it. But yeah, if you're self-dispatching, you're doing everything yourself, so you pretty much operate under your own rules as long as it falls under the company's policy. Is if they're going to work with that broker or not, or whoever's on the load board or wherever they got set up, and they ain't okay, you can haul it. So that's what you can do. But yeah, self-dispatch lets you be all hands on. So you don't have to worry about relying on someone finding you a load. You don't have to worry about them, kind of maybe being lazy, bullshitting, not getting you the best load possible, stuff like that. So you can take it all in your hands if you want to do that work. I definitely think it's a good experience, something you can learn, and something you can. It's an invaluable trait to think. It's an invaluable, when I say lesson, um, something that's taught that you can learn, because if you're especially trying to expand as far as owner operator goes, it's something you can teach other people as far as dispatching goes. You can start your own dispatching company. So that's a thought there. But you choose how the truck runs. You go wherever you want. You can say, no, I don't want to go to California. No, I don't want to go to Washington State, Idaho, Oregon. You don't want to go any over there. You don't want to go to New York City. However you want to do it. But I will say is, yes, you could demand all these things, but you might, be shooting yourself in the foot, because if they're taking care of everything, they're dispatching, blah, 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 they might not get you good loads because they're like, this guy doesn't want to go here or there, blah, blah, blah. You never know. But things could also work out too, being demanding as well. So just kind of approach with caution, see how that company is, and find your lane, essentially. Also, you got the potential of fuel discounts, because I got Comdata card. They get fuel discounts like 60 on average, like 63 cents at TAs and Petros, I believe. And also you got discounts on parts, but like I get discount on tires at the place I'm at. So it's all little perks that come along with it. But if that's something you want, it's up to you. All right. So the last thing is where probably a lot of guys want to get to, or they're thinking about getting to, is operating under your own authority, being the carrier yourself, being like the freight broker essentially. So you already know, under your own authority, you do what you want. As long as you're following FMCSA rules, DOT rules, you're all good. You haul freight you can do whatever you want. You're not limited. You could do step deck. You can go to reefer. You can go to dry van. If you don't have a trailer, you're just doing power only stuff, you can do all that. Or if you got those trailers handy, you could do all that. So you're not limited to anything you do. You can broker the freight out yourself. You could be the one that finds the customers, getting those dedicated contracts and whatnot. But remember, like I said in my other video, if you're gonna get dedicated, you probably want to get 10 trucks, whether you own them yourself or not. Get 10 trucks. Otherwise, a lot of those places won't work with you. Or you can work off a load board like DAT, a truck stop, I believe, and there's a bunch of other ones out there. You work off the Amazon load board, JB Hunt load board, CH Robinson. You already know all those freight brokers. You work off their load board and kind of go from there. And then, but you have the opportunity to make as much money as you want. You're not limited. You can run wild if you want. If y'all know what I'm saying when you say you run wild. You can run wild and, make that money that you need. You can easily make $10,000 a week doing so, but you will have to work hard. You have to, put in the hard work, the time to, do that. Can't be lazy, especially when this is your own operation. Can't be lazy. But you got full control. Like I said, you just got to pass, DOT inspections. You got to be DOT compliant, FMCSA compliant. You have to be aware of DOT audits because they will audit you and making sure you have all your paperwork and everything in order. IFTA, all that stuff. If you don't, you could be, temporarily put out of business, which is not good for you. Or if you have people on with you, it's not good for nobody. So you got to make sure you're all compliant at all times because you can get audited at any point in time. If you're a new authority, it seems like they're cracking down or just hopping on the guys that do have new authorities, especially now. So, be aware if you are starting a new authority at any time at this point, you will probably have an audit within the first 6 months to a year. So keep that in mind. And this will, being your own carrier, you're going to have a CSA score. A CSA score is basically the credit score for truck carriers, trucking companies. So the higher the score is like having a low credit score, having a low FICO, having low Experian. They're going to look at that, and this is where shippers, brokers, and other carriers, they'll see like, oh, this guy has a high-ass CSA score. Excuse me if I'm wrong too. I'm pretty sure it's you want a low CSA score. You don't want a high CSA score. So if I'm wrong about that, please comment. Let me know if I fucked up. I fucked up. Is what it is. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But so as I'll continue, if you have a high CSA score, it's bad. The shippers are not going to want to work with you. Other freight brokers aren't going to want to work with you. No one's going to want to work with you. Just like if you have a bad credit score, it's low credit score, no bank's going to want to give you a loan, no place or credit cards, can't get a house, can't get a car, none of that. Same thing. So this is going to affect your money. So you always want to have the lowest CSA score possible. That way you don't limit yourself to who you can and cannot work with. You always want to be open because this person may have something that's good at the moment for a couple months, and then they might fall off. Now you gotta go to someone else, and it's just kind of never-ending battle in trucking. So you're always working around with different people, and you may end up finding somebody who's actually reputable, has freight, keeps it moving, keeps it paid, and kind of go from there. But yeah, those are the three pretty much owner-operators. You got lease purchase, you got leased on or signed on operators as myself, or you have guys or owner-operators that have their own authority and they do what they want. There's no restrictions to them as far as companies go. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Again, like, comment, share, especially for guys who are trying to get into the industry and want to learn more. Please share it. I appreciate it. And yeah, if I forgot anything, please comment and just let me know. I appreciate the feedback. Try to help this channel grow and get out there in the algo. So please like the video again, like I said. And That's it for today, y'all. KeaToSuccess out. Deuces.